All right, I'm just gonna start recording now while I sit down.
What's your name?
I'm Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Nice to meet you guys. Because I should have had all this stuff. I was standing out there, and I didn't even think to like have my notebook out or anything.
I know, but when you have to lug stuff around, like we have all this crap we lug around, it's like you get it all down, and you're like, now, what do I actually need?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So hi.
Hi.
Let me find my questions. Okay.
Sure.
So going back to the beginning, what was the impetus for like creating the podcast?
Yeah.
Janet Varney.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have had a podcast for a long time now. I'm on a few different podcasts, and it was something that I had mentioned and talked about with Mike and Brian years ago. And then timing-wise, I don't think I even knew at the time that Avatar was coming to Netflix. It was just like the pandemic, and it was like, here's a thing that you can do no matter what's shut down. I've got the gear. We can get this critter over here some gear if he doesn't already have it. And Nickelodeon was in that mode of like getting into podcasting, so it really was one of those like serendipitous, like everything was kind of happening all at the same time, and that doesn't always happen. So It was really amazing when you feel, and this sound kind of cheesy, but like it feels like the universe is sort of moving you forward instead of those times where you really have to fight for something. This was not that. This was like, oh yeah, this all makes sense, like to everyone, which was great.
Yeah, I actually, because I missed the original run because that was one of those where I'm like, I'm too old for that.
Oh, sure. You're not alone. I mean, yeah. But
then I have Prime Video, and it was free on Prime for a while.
It sure was.
And so I binged it then, but I only got like through the first season of Korra, and then you had to pay for it, and I'm like, I'm not paying for it. And then it came on Netflix, so I got to finish Korra.
Nice.
So I was yes. Okay.
It was there waiting for you, finally.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm finally get to finish this. So you just had the mid-season finale, sort of, and are about halfway through book 2. Mm-hmm. So what kind of surprises can we expect in the second half of the season?
Well, we have more guests.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I have a lot of surprises because I'm watching the show for the first time chronologically. So I too, even though I was there, I missed it with you.
That's right.
Originally.
That's right.
So it's all not surprising because I know what happened, but also it's surprising to watch it in chronological order and see these things, and see a lot of scenes that I may or may not have seen, but to see it visually and to have the memories and the feelings of doing it. But there's some surprises, more fan engagement going on. There's some really cool guests coming up that are not just within the Avatar world, but outside the Avatar world. So that's exciting.
I liked the Broadway episode. That was really cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's the amazing thing is that, one of the hardest things about doing the podcast is how many guests we would like to have, and we don't have enough episodes, and that we have like well over 40 episodes a season is saying a lot about what a crazy awesome community this is, whether it's the famous people who were on the show who want to talk about it, to famous people who weren't on the show who want to talk about it, to super fans who are not famous and awesome and brilliant and fun, and we love to meet and become buddies with. So there's never a shortage, and within people's schedules and life and all of that, like we still have a wish list that I'm sure over the next few years will come to fruition, but we also have people popping up all the time that are like, I love your podcast, I'm into it, and we're like, you are? You do? Like, let's do it.
It's become like an endless conversation. It's
a
subject matter that can be an endless conversation.
Absolutely.
Of the remaining episodes in season 2, which are you most looking forward to doing the deep dive into, and why is it Tales of Boss Anxiety?
Listen, first of all, you're among friends on that one. Amazing episode. In fact, maybe not just one of it, like maybe we need to talk about that more. Listen, we talked a lot about certain Tales of Two Lovers and Secret Tunnels, and just kind of wanted to draw that out. We'd like to draw that out a little bit for
just
such an
song.
Iconic. Yeah, exactly. It's like you had 5 episodes for the song, but yes. But no, I mean, I think that, and then we haven't gotten to Appa's Lost Days, which is like I'm dreading it, but looking forward to it. But it's and then when we start getting towards the finale, it's also like, we haven't even gone to the Guru yet. Honestly, like there isn't. When is there ever an episode we're not looking forward to? I can't even pick.
We're in the book 2 is very stacked.
Yes, it's very stacked.
Not a lot of filler.
Yeah. We don't have any
Fun
great
episodes.
divides, which we say isn't filler anyway.
Great Divide. Definitely one of my favorite
See,
episodes now.
leans into Mike. Yeah.
Okay.
And why is it possible?
And why is it possible?
Fabulous.
Do you intend to do deep dives of the comics the way you do of the episodes?
Yeah, we'd
talked
love
about
to.
that. Yeah, we
We'd
talked
love
about
to.
that.
Everything that's out there,
we would like to check it all.
Because we feel like it's the experience of the layers of everything has been so rich, and it informs so many other characters and parts of different stories that you're like, oh, this reminds me of blah blah blah, like 2 seasons ago.
Then we got the comics. Then we got the novels.
Oh,
We got Korra.
Yeah.
We have
Tales of Kyoshi. We have Kyoshi.
You have Kyoshi.
We got, we could be doing this forever, and that's fine.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because whenever Avatar Studios, when something new comes out, we're gonna have to pause everything we're doing so we can do
Let's
that.
talk about this. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good. Sorry.
Yeah. No. On top of fan questions of fanfic, there's popular fanfics. Like, let's discuss this.
So go ahead and say we might not get there.
Segueing from the Avatar Studios, since that's my last question. So with the creation of Avatar Studios, we can expect more great content from the Avatar universe. What would you like to see explored or adapted if it's already been covered?
Oh, I know.
I'm ready for anything. There's so much they so beautifully created these gaps that, without truly, I don't believe that they ever thought that necessarily they were going to be like, oh, this will give us an opportunity to come back to something. That's just not how those guys work, I don't think. But they created this world that has all of these characters that, like, everyone you come across, you're not going to get their full story, but you have a sense that there is one. So there's a lot of that, and we like to speculate behind closed doors, but we also don't want to say anything we're speculating, because there are certain people who are not you who are like, they speculated about blah blah, therefore it's going to happen.
don't know.
I'm like, dude, no,
We're not the
for
creators.
real. Like, if we want to see something,
We're
with,
just like fans
Aunt
like
Wu,
anyone
that does not mean there's going to be an Aunt Wu series. Like, I don't
We're
know.
just fans like anyone else, so we're actually gonna play the roles. Now we've become some of the disseminators of things that may come out, but we'll let you know when we know. Until then, they're not even telling us because they know.
Well, they know we can't keep a secret because we just love the fans too much. So
we're just
they got to
fans
be
too.
real careful.
But as far as like I said, Search, it's great in the comics. It'd be great to see that animated. Sure.
Yeah.
I would love to see. Because we started out with the Airbender, I would like to see the whole. And we saw the waterbending Avatar. Of course, you want to see the next earthbending Avatar. Then, of course, a firebending Avatar. But then all of a sudden, they're gonna go back. We start talking about Kyoshi, the book, and now you're seeing like the past prequels. So it's who knows what's gonna happen. But as a fan, you want to see all. You want to complete at least one cycle of Avatar, and also go back and see the previous ones.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that was all I had. So thank you guys so much.
Did we get you in time to get here? Yes.
Yes.
10 minutes.
Awesome. Actually, let me